I am shocked by the double AD. I was not expecting Tristana mid from Gam. When you zoom out, how do these two team compositions actually want to win the game?
For Gam Esports, it's kiting back. They can take a flank position with Kiaya on his Gwen. I expect him to want to play on side lanes a little bit more, so he's not going to be the first one to enter the fight. It's going to be most of the time Licorice trying to hover and play 5v5s with his squad. But if Gam takes that fight, it's going to be Kati and Style peeling back, Levi helping him with the slows on Gragas and Cask as well. So I expect them to play fights a little more slowly, actually. I say that, but if they see an angle, if Huhi is way too far forward, same with River, then you can just push the button, cast him forward, same with Zin on his Nautilus, so it's on them. They have a lot of, I guess, proactivity in how they want to take fights.
I have a little bit of nerves here for Gam because when I see this composition of Poppy, Ari, Viego, Zeri, they are just going.
Advantage Kiaya can get in the first 8 minutes.
All right, Kiaya in the first 8 minutes then, as well as what will Stixay do back on the international stage here? He's got that Zeri, not a champion he's found a huge amount of success with. And you can see all the keystones on your screen. In terms of these bottom lanes, it's been a while since I've seen a Zeri set. I mean, like a while.
Yeah.
I don't really know how it's going to interact because both Set and Nautilus, they kind of want to bump into one another. They're quite happy to go aggro once they get their full skills.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have Hex Flash. In level 1, you're going to expect Huhi to want to try and get a Flash E on Zin, get a good chunk on him. That's my expectation. Zin is playing pretty respectfully in the bush that's not warded, so that opportunity is not going to be able to show itself, and it's going to be a fight for level 2.
Oh, stepping forward just a little bit. Zin's waiting in the bush there.
He just doesn't want to show himself. It's a big risk.
It's also the threat, right?
Yeah.
If you get caught into that Nautilus auto and then held in place by the dredge line, well, that's going on. Level 1 trading in the top lane here. This Kiaya is stepping forward from our observers, just showing River, stealing away that Gromp. I would like to see a minimap in a second. Just keep an eye on where Levi is. Whenever you get those zoom in res, I start wondering, here's Levi exactly as predicted. Body slam flash is available if needed. Starts to channel, connects, beautifully done. Just beautiful.
Instant, didn't give him a chance to respond there, but now Golden Guardians has to make it worthwhile and look for a dive bot lane. Style is really low.
Oh, yes, indeed. Teleport starting to be channeled. Kati's Tristana's coming out. Huhi's already down. River's the next target. He's committed that flash rocket jump forward there. Kati TP to save the life. Kill secured by Style. Gam up 1,000 gold at 4 minutes.
Completely stuffed. Huhi walking straight in to start the fight, but he was way too low and got bursted down. So Gam Esports living high right now.
Contest. I'm just taking a quick look at some of the early game stats because, you know, we mention it, but at least within the LCS, at 8 minutes, Golden Guardians traditionally have built up a good lead.
Yes.
Now, at 8, they are behind. Huhi and Gory being backed up by Stixay, turning the damage back around. Here comes River, can break the hearts of Gam. First kill secured by Stixay at MSI 23, and that is a great punish onto Gam.
That was so smart from Stixay. Ordinarily in that play, Stixay would be the one sole bot lane, and the response from Gam Esports is to push through mid, try to come up bot lane, try and find either a dive or to defend him on the, or like push him off the wave. He recognized that and just made the counter early and fought them straight through mid.
Birdie num num! Style forced to use that ult to escape, has a lot of feathers down.
Pick, and also the draft from Gam Esports playing towards more side lanes.
This fight, Raz. Do you want Gam to fight?
This should be a better fight for Golden Guardians.
Okay, let's find out. Dragon is about to be secured. Just straight up 50-50, just watch each other. Managed to get the body slam down. First kill secured for both bot laners. Another for Gory. Kati is blown up. And Raz, you called it, this should be, that damn well was a good fight for GG.
A 3-for-1 for Golden Guardians, and they didn't even need Huhi to use his W. Like, that's the most insane part, is that Gam had bursted him down perfectly, but just took the wrong fight.
I have to be honest, I was a little thrown off by the fact they just stood staring at one another and watched Dragon go down. Like, a fight didn't start. I didn't really know what to do with myself.
They're just trying for a steal, and that's actually been one of the weaknesses of Gam domestically, is that even when they're kind of behind at certain moments or not really set up for success at a fight, they'll take the fight anyways. Because ordinarily, they'll outplay that situation. So you can see Levi wanted to see if he can get the smite off, but you can see Huhi instantly in position for the engage, and even though he couldn't get his W out, as I mentioned, it was the first kill that was necessary for River to get off his resets.
And of course, that set, by the way, third time that we've seen it in 2023 in the support role.
Yeah.
And the first time the Who's played it since summer 22. So it's been, 6-7 months. Big smiles on the faces of the players. I'm gonna...
And if it ever happens, Style is just stuck. He's in prison. We're just waiting on the next wave, basically, to see what his sentencing is.
Oh, Schrodinger's Zaya, both dead and alive at the same time. Gets the root down, but it's onto Huhi. He tanks up the tower. Stixay survives. The plates are secured. And Golden Guardians, 1,000 gold up, 203 on that Zeri, and 202 on Rivers Viego. That is a great bounce back from conceding the early kills.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been looking great for Golden Guardians from the 10 minutes point onwards. And it's going to be reliant on Kiaya. If he can get a good enough chunk on Licorice, topside, as I'm mentioning that, Kati's in threat.
Yes, he is. Gonna need to buy so much time. He's gonna be able to rocket jump for now. Get smacked in the place by the King of him dead, and that's just easily done. Teleport secured, a minute to Dragon, 40-second death timers. The rest of the members of GAM grouping up towards the top lane. Frankly, that was just an easy punish from Golden Guardians, taking advantage of Kati's position. And stack in the middle lane, grouping up.
Where's
10
GB
seconds
when you
to
need
Dragon.
him?
Hey, listen, GB was right. That previous Dragon timing just messed it up. Golden Guardians got those timers on the Dragons ticking quicker than they do in the BCS. As the fight is starting out, initiation, Showstopper goes forward, so much burst onto Levi, and it's Golden Guardians pushing forward. Keeper's verdict sends Kiaya flying. Dash forward for Gory, the Orb Reception is out. That's a double for Zeri. 3 members of GAM are down, and Golden Guardians lose 1, gain 3, and look for Soul.
Man, the martyr Huhi, willing to take the bullet for the team to get the great fight that he had there. And so that's going to be a guaranteed soul for Golden Guardians because they were willing to take that first punch.
Who is he? Call him the GOAT.
There we go.
Really nicely done there. Huhi initiates that fight so well. And GAM, like you said, so difficult to execute. That composition, they were just caught a little bit unawares. Both ADs forced to retreat, so they didn't get time to get those autos out.
And I was trying to figure out how the fight was going to start. The whiff from Gory's E, but the Huhi W, yes, blows Styles' ulti early, and so it makes it so much easier for Gory and Stixay to take a front-to-back fight, knowing that they can just jump straight on top of Styles' head. So great job there. It would have been a little bit harder if Kiayo has been in the Guardians prep has been great here. It reminds me, 2014, 2013, when we saw a lot of kind of side lane meta. We saw great wards on side lanes. I thought GAM Esports in this game did a great job putting a control ward in that dot bush really close to their second tier turret to just stop those wards from happening. Golden Guardian said, actually, it's going to be right out of range. Let's see if a 50-50 comes up here.
I don't think it will. Once again, another fantastic use of that Poppy ultimate. Baron is secured. The Showstopper is dropped. The Haymaker is popped.
Bang!
With a heroic charge, a flash, a dash, and a smash. Golden Guardians ace GAM, get Baron, and are now setting their sights at the Nexus.
Way too clean for Golden Guardians. It's just a big surprise. Coming into this tournament, I was like, oh, this is as tough as you can get of a bracket going up against GAM Esports, and then if they were to take them down, you still have to go up against BLG. I'm not even thinking about that because GAM is a team you have to respect. They respected him to the nth degree today.
I mean, it's one of the games I kind of expected there to be more skirmishes and more fighting across the board, but what we saw was GAM taking an early punch and landing it.
Yep.
And then Golden Guardians just having play after play after play, systematically push something else.
Yes, it's been relentless as well. Just taking a look at this replay, my 2 highlights here is the Licorice ulti to completely bop Gragas out of the fight and not make it a 50-50. And then you look at Huhi to be the one that starts the fight yet again. Those 2 things make it completely easy for Golden Guardians to secure the Baron and secure the fight.
Really well played. And it's one of those fights where you can see it play out. You just know it's going to be a slaughter. And it is so good to see the reaction. Top lane, teleport not available. 1 inhibitor is down, 2 inhibitors are down. The LCS's second seed is now looking at the Nexus turret. Rocket jump to safety, Charm will not connect. Licorice is chasing Kiaya, taking that blast going over the wall. Baron empowered minions, still hammering away. Starting to clear out the cannons from GAM. Nexus is now the focus, and Gory flashes away from that dredge line. He's going to escape for now, but Golden Guardians take nearly everything in the base.
Levi, this is not them playing towards a team fight composition. So, want to see if there's anything happening here. Just checking out the fog.
We'll find out. Charm goes wide, Ultra Shock Laser, Showstopper, and look at that AoE! 1, 2, 3 already secured, a double for Gory. This is bloody for Golden Guardians. They ace GAM once more and turn their sights to the Nexus. 19 kills, 28 minutes. The Soul, and the first win for the LCS at MSI. The first international victory for Golden Guardians.
What a great way to kick off their first international appearance for Golden Guardians. A statement game there. Huhi, to me, was the playmaker.
Agreed.
He was huge.
Agreed.
Like, we talked about it a little bit, the fact that he hadn't played set all split long.
Yep, since summer last year.
But Trevor, I see.